live. Let me put you guys here so you can see everything. Hold on, can I share this on Instagram while I'm already here? Okay, no, not really. Should have did it first. Oh well. YouTube saw it first, right? Okay, let's go. Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. I have not done this with you, I don't think ever, especially not here, but let me see if I can make it so you can see a little bit more the area and what I'm doing. So oh, I haven't even broken my fast yet. I was gonna say, okay, so I was originally doing a 72-hour fast that would have ended last night at 8 p.m. But typically that's when I start or when I stop eating for the day, usually earlier than that if I can. So I didn't want to break my fast at a time that I would normally be starting my, you get what I'm saying? So yes. And I'm going to be breaking my fast with a couple different things. Let me get the one other, this big body. Oh, she's large. Okay. I definitely lost muscle during this fast. I can feel it. She's good. She is good. This is a watermelon I got like off the back of a truck in a random country road last week, and I was like, I'm gonna break my fast with that. So I'm gonna juice half of the watermelon, and I'm going to drink that with lime and lemon, and then I'm going to also save the other watermelon and just eat it as watermelon. And then over here, I'm just gonna have to move you guys around a lot. Right here, I have lime, mint, celery, cucumber, parsley, cilantro, ginger, romaine, and grapefruit. And that was a recipe that I actually found for a parasite cleanse. I don't know that I have parasites. I've been doing like extensive research in the past few days about parasites, and from so much of what I've seen in the past, they make it seem like everybody has it. If you eat salmon, you have it. If you eat meat, you have it. Most everybody has it. But from what a lot of doctors say, and I don't know, can't trust all doctors, I'm just saying. But from what a lot of doctors say is it's not as common as the internet makes it think, especially people on the internet that are trying to sell you a cleanse, right? So I thought whether or not I experience losing any wormies, that will freak me out if I happen to see one. I know they're like supposed to be really small, but during certain detoxes, you're supposedly able to see them. Anyway, I got some black walnut hull, I think, drops as well. I'm gonna be drinking in my water just to cleanse and detoxify anything else past or post fast. So I have my juicer here, and it is a Breville. Like, I never mention that. Every time I use it, it always ends up, someone always ends up asking me. I got it off Facebook Marketplace just because it was like my first juicer. I really want to get one of the, I don't know the brand. Is it Hakama? Something. I see them all over Instagram just because you're not left with any type of foam afterward. And the type of masticating juicers typically will leave a lot of foam, and it's just annoying, and I don't have any cheesecloth. So I'm going to go ahead and start juicing the watermelon. Oh, that almost knocked me over. When I tell you guys I'm weak, I lost 12.6 pounds during the time of my fast, and I definitely think a lot of that was muscle. So I think I need my bigger knife, but oh, she is gorgeous. Wow. And you know what's crazy? I grew up hating watermelon with my soul. Like if I even smelled it, my mouth would get watery, but not in the way that I wanted it, in the way like I was about to throw up. But you couldn't pay me to stop eating watermelon now. So which side is bigger? This one. So I'm gonna juice the bigger side because I don't have a lot of room in my fridge right now. Somebody tell me, I should know this definitely by now, but I've never tried doing it. After you cut a watermelon, does it have to be refrigerated? Like if you cover it with plastic on top, can you just like leave it on the counter like this? Because I don't know, something about like watermelon at room temperature just does it for me. Anyway, my juicer is going to be loud, so I'm trying to get in all of my chattery beforehand. Now, this may be a bit different than what most people do, but I also juice the rind of the watermelon because it has amazing chlorophyll benefits when you juice the rind straight. Now, like a smarty, I didn't scrub my watermelon first with my fruit spray or my fruit scrub, which I normally do. So I'm gonna do that really quickly just because I do eat the core or the rind. It's rind, right? The green part is the rind. Okay. Let's see. Where's my fruit scrubby? I have a specific scrubber, scrub daddy for the fruit. And then I use Trader Joe's fruit and vegetable wash, which you can honestly do this with baking soda and vinegar. Some people actually just do it with baking soda, and that's probably like one of the main ingredients in that wash. Just make sure to scrub her real nice, real nice. And when I tell you, if you have not juiced or if you're not really a juicing person, but you want to start, watermelon is a really good juice to start out with because you can easily build it up. And when I say that, I mean you can add so many different ingredients and it still tastes good. Sometimes when you start experimenting with different juices, you're like, oh, I thought that would be good, but it's kind of gross. And now you're stuck with a whole mason jar of juice that you don't want. Okay. And then I'll probably go on Instagram and do this one, but I'm also going to be juicing pineapple and papaya with the seeds, specifically with the seeds. I am juicing so that I can drink through my day today after breaking my fast. I don't eat chicken, so I know a lot of people break their fast with bone broth. Wow, she's nice. But that's not a normal part of my diet, so I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, let them fly. And I don't know the best way to do this for real, y'all. So if you see me doing this in a non-intelligent way, help me or mind your business. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Like I want to smash my face into the watermelon. I'm ecstatic. That's one of the things that I really love about fasting. I won't say it makes you excited about food because a lot of the time, that's why a lot of people need to fast because we get too excited about food and then it becomes we are living to eat, not eating to live, right? So, but it gives me that excitement to be nourished again. I didn't come off of this fast wanting a cheeseburger or wanting like a super fatty, toxic meal, right? So, oh, got it. I really don't have to do this, but I love it. She is fresh. This is the watermelon that they talk about. It was $20. 10 out of 10 worth it. I bought a yellow watermelon too. So I wish I could kind of mute this or turn it down. This is a very loud juicer. But I'll try my best to talk over it. If it's too loud, I don't really know what I can do because I don't think I can mute. Can you mute the live? No, share. But I'm gonna go ahead and start juicing now. It's quickly gonna fill up this little canister carafe thing that it came with. So I probably won't use that for long, but I'm just talking. I know you want to stay. Let me just, so you guys can have a little bit of a better view. Let me move. I'll put it here so you can see it that way. For the thumbnail, right? No. I'll do it later. See how that fills up so quickly? So let me get my big jar. Find my big jar. You know what? I'm gonna start putting it in here. No, I'm not. I'm lying. I need to go buy some more, so I'll probably go to Sprouts today and get some. They have so many different sizes of their mason jars. I love them for that. Yup. Wow. I just filled a smoothie bowl, a container of chopped peppers, and guac. Stand by. Hey, come on. Here's some watermelon, ginger, pineapple, and I forget, maybe grapefruit that I made last week, and I'm not sure if it's still good. My refrigerator is super cold, so it probably still tastes perfectly fine. Yes, but all of the like immediate benefits that are there when you drink the juice, like soon after, I don't know. But I'm gonna pour it in a different one so I can use this container. I really don't be prepared for the juice life. I really don't. So. Is there something like every day in your home that you can use in place of cheesecloth? Dang. This one gonna fill up quick too. Okay. Let me wash out the foam. I'm so excited to break my fast. And the reason I say that is not because I'm hungry. The hunger was terrible yesterday, y'all. I was definitely dehydrated. I didn't drink enough. I had a terrible episode that happened at the sauna. Why did I go to the sauna 48 plus hours into fasting with nothing in my system but water? It was an experiment. And I definitely got the results I was not expecting, but yeah. The last one I'm gonna be able to get in here. I hope it doesn't overflow. That happens to me every time. I need to be prepared. Put that whole in a boat. Okay. I'm gonna do it this way. But then it's not gonna. Okay. Can y'all tell this was not planned? I mean, the juicing was planned, but the mess that I've made in under 10 minutes, definitely not. Okay. See how much foam? You know what I tried to do with it before? And it actually worked pretty nicely. It was good. I took the foam and it was really thick. I think I used apple, pineapple, and some other stuff. And it made a very, very heavy foam. And I made protein pancakes and I put the foam on top in place of syrup. Definitely a different texture, different taste, but it worked. And I feel like there was probably some fiber in there somewhere. I don't know what the bubbles were made out of. Like, when it's thick enough to pick up. Gonna have to start on another one. And I still have half of a watermelon. I need more containers. Oh, I'll just add it to here. I'm gonna juice for the next 24. You know what? I'm just gonna cut up the watermelon that I have left and eat this one. so I can get started on my other one. You know what? You know what, y'all? This is so good. I'm okay. It's okay, nice. All these peppers I could have ate with my guac. And to clarify for you guys, I'm not a vegan. I'm not a vegetarian. I am a flexitarian. At least that's what I've come up with. And I found out that's actually a real term, but it's not what I thought it meant, where it's like you kind of just, you don't typically eat meats, but sometimes you just eat WTF you want. No, it's actually you're vegetarian, but sometimes you allow yourself animal protein, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, my version of being a flexitarian is I'm gonna eat what I want when I want. However, I will never eat beef nor pork again in my life. Well, I don't see it unless a doctor, see me in that word, unless I am told by a trusted professional that the only way to save my life is to eat one of those things. I don't see it. It's not happening. Thank you for the rawness. I love a good reset. This might be my sign. You look amazing. Can you please share your protein options? I want to go vegan. Sorry, it's like a bright screen where I'm trying to read. Okay, so yes, typically, and that's crazy. Before I even read that comment, I was about to start talking about that. As far as protein, with me being a flexitarian, for the most part, I'm pescatarian. Any animal protein that I eat is going to be seafood or turkey. I do eat turkey. I try to keep it like the pink looking ground turkey instead of the brown one, which hopefully does not die. And it's just pink because it's like the lighter meat. I typically feel a lot better. I feel a little inflammation from eating the darker turkey meat. And a lot of the time when I eat it, it's ground turkey. So also, do I have any? I do. That's bread. Okay, it's weird. I'll show you a couple of my quick favorites while I'm in here. The only bread that I typically eat is this Ezekiel bread, and it's the low sodium one. To most people, they probably gag when they eat this bread. I call it God bread because if you've ever been to church and they actually serve communion as real wine, or what is it? I know they had like the little cups with the cracker and the juice, but at the church I went to, I think the adults actually got wine. We got grape juice, but anyway, the bread that they gave us tasted like it had no salt at all. Like it just tasted like you were biting, I won't say a rock because it was soft, but maybe I just have that memory of being a child and like tasting a rock. It tasted like that. Okay, but yeah, this is like the turkey meat that I typically use. It doesn't always have to be from Wegmans. I just happened to get it there that day, but organic ground turkey, that's all it says. And then I'm not gonna get it out because it's under a whole bunch of stuff, but I also do turkey patties from Wegmans. What I was trying to find were the salmon burgers that I get from Costco. They're in like a big roll, not a roll, but it's in like a plastic bag like that. And it's got about, I think like either 15 or 20 in there. And they're such good quality. It tastes like and it's Atlantic salmon, or it's not the farm raised. And I try to stress not getting the farm raised just because of everything I've seen with the little wormies crawling on the farm. Can you tell I'm stressed? America. We ain't gonna talk about it. But otherwise, as far as protein, leading up to my fast, I will say I have been doing a lot more raw eating. I'll eat like, I'll break my normal intermittent daily fast that I've been doing for months around earliest 10 a.m., latest 2 p.m., but typically soft, happy spot is around 10, 11, or noon. Um, and I'll break that. I'll have some type of fruit that is heavier in water. And then if I'm going to the gym, I'll have a banana, which is wild. Which is wild. There's so many foods I've been eating lately that I thought I could never have again because of the sugar content. But I will eat banana with almond butter or peanut butter on top and cacao nibs. And cinnamon. Cinnamon on top. That is my go-to. I wake up excited about that. So I don't know how much protein is in that. I know that's plant-based protein. I'm not completely against eating like grass-fed beef and stuff because I know there's so many benefits to it. But for me, the first way, if you know me, if you know this channel, I've probably mentioned it a couple times. The first 30 pounds that I lost of my weight loss journey were from cutting out red meat and nothing else. Didn't start walking, didn't change anything else I was doing, didn't take anything else out of my diet, literally just stopped eating red meat. And get this, I wasn't even eating red meat every day before cutting it out. So, says a lot. I don't process, I'm looking more into blood typing when it comes to your diet. They don't have a lot of like very well proven research when it comes to blood type dieting, but from what I have watched and has entertained me, I don't know which blood type it is, but one of them can't have chicken. And as soon as I start eating chicken, it doesn't matter how much I'm working out, how much I'm training, I start gaining weight in my stomach. And soon it becomes very noticeable. I start getting wider here. I'm already 30. So I'm already like spreading wider, right? 3 pregnancies in my life. So wider. But where was this thing? That's crazy. I need to eat. Because that's one thing I will say with the mental clarity when it comes to fasting. I didn't experience as much as I typically do during this fast. And I think this is not even clean. Oh, stress me out. And my scrub daddy's not white anymore. Bro. I feel so stressed working in this kitchen right now. Okay. Stand by. Oh, and by the way, yeah, y'all always gonna get it raw. Always. It's like, hold up. If I was a man, I don't say that often, but if I was the man, y'all would definitely get pregnant because I'd be going raw. If you get it, you get it. If it went over your head, leave it there. Okay, but yeah, talking about mental clarity, that is the number 2 reason why I fast now. The number 1 reason is to strengthen my relationship with God, God in me, okay? So don't run with that when I say it, because I don't like to talk about, I was about to say politics, that either, but I don't like to talk about religion and politics too much because we all have a viewpoint and a lot of us will stand behind that. I know I will. So I'll refrain. However, strengthening the relationship with God in me is my biggest reason for fasting. I fast ritually, I guess you could say at this point, for the last 3 days of each month to go into a new month with more clarity with, ooh, okay, this is a little mushy, with more idea of what the goal in sight for the month ahead is with less anxiety. I am very, very anxiety prone. There are things I have not worked through in therapy. There are things I have not worked through in solitude. So a lot of the time when you silence your mouth and you silence your digestion, your brain can actually start working like it wants to. And God can start communicating with you. Okay. But yeah, everything I'm putting in the bowl right now, I'm about to eat. Instagram gives me no love on live. My engagement on most of my platforms is like not good because I have never really been consistent, at least since like 2017, 2018-ish. That's when I went through a breakup with my son's dad. And although that was one of the best things that ever happened for me, it still kind of left me like, what is next? What is supposed to happen? What's about to happen? And being a Capricorn, I need to know what's going to happen. And having no sense of control, just anxiety. So I let life as it will. If you don't take control, I use that term, take control, lightly. But if you don't take control of your life and the things that you can control, life will like hit you with one of those like heavy. So I again, I just let life, and I felt like it was so hard to know who I was in certain moments to report back to YouTube. I got a comment from a woman the other day who said that she owns a radio station, and she said that she wanted to interview me early on in the days of my weight loss journey, or when I started posting on YouTube. But when she came back to my channel, it became a reality show about my relationship, which I tried to like take in what she was saying and not automatically be offended, right? Because the entire time that I posted consistently on my channel, I still spoke about weight loss, but you tune into what you tune into. So if it seemed like a reality show because that was my life at the time, and that's a lot of what I was going through, and my channel was not only about weight loss, I get it. But at the same time, I have certain channels, certain people I'm subscribed to that when they do content that differs from the content that I go to their channel for, I'm like, dang, she hasn't done a vlog yet? She did another hair video? Still not hair? Okay, I get it. I definitely get it. But I felt like in some sense, maybe I'm too sensitive, but I felt a little offended. Because you still could have done an interview with me if that was truly your intention. Thanks, Ish. I will. Let me tell y'all, maintaining my weight is hard now. I've talked briefly on the diagnoses that I've received. I take those lightly in my mind because I very much don't trust Western medicine. I'm not like one of those people that would just won't go to the doctor for years if something feels wrong, but at the same time, you can heal your body at home with this stuff, with this stuff, with this stuff, right? Just saying. Yes, Ronas, I've been watching since you started your journey 7 years ago. I started my journey 10 years ago. That's crazy. A decade. I put my journey on YouTube, so yeah, I get what you're saying. But yeah, I started my journey in 2014. No, that's when I started losing weight. I actually started it in 2013. That was after the whole suicide attempt, and y'all know that story. Some of y'all know that story. But that kind of heaved me in to starting my journey. I also have forgot to show you guys, a mango. I got a mango that I'm going to eat by its lonesome. I'm going to smash my face all over it. Just saying. I haven't seen a mango fresh and so soft in a while. And I don't typically eat mango either, but I guess I'm still fasting. I'm just fruit fasting. So here's my watermelon and my limon. At this point, I can't even eat. Okay. Y'all, we clean with lemons in this house too. So I was praying that this was not one of the lemons that had touched like all of the counter and the cleaner and all of that. So no, I think it was just made into lemon water. But I can't eat my watermelon without lime or lemon on it. It completes the flavor. It's giving eating watermelon. I mean, eating lemonade, watermelon lemonade. Yes. Get in there. Get in there. Yeah, yeah. Get in there. Yeah, yeah. Y'all know what is absolutely crazy? And I'm saying this right now, and this is more of a note for me to take, but you're witnessing it. I'm 112% myself right now. That's wild. There's people I've known for years that I cannot be this much of myself in front of. That's wild. That is wild. So what time we got on the clock? 11:16. Still haven't broken my fast. Haven't put nothing to my mouth. And I'm about to. I wish I do have two phones, but the other one's not charged. Or I would record me breaking my fast. Okay. Alexa, turn on all the lights.
Okay.
I said all the. Girl. Alexa Marie. That really didn't do much. Really didn't do much. But when I'm awake and it's daytime in my house, I have to have every light on. I get an electricity bill thing, whatever. I gotta have light. This move and we'll talk about that later. Okay, so here's me, obviously, and my watermelon. Just us two alone. And I don't know, it's like, I feel like if I break my fast right now, like something's gonna happen that you guys are gonna see. Like I'm just gonna get like a glowing orb around me or something. But especially since, okay, I know I'm scatterbrained everywhere, but let me say this. Yesterday, because of the whole sauna thing that I was talking about the day prior and being just dehydrated, I was drinking water, and sea salt, electrolytes, everything. And I still felt dehydrated. I think there are different levels to hydration and dehydration. And sometimes you really need it from food. Like you can salt water yourself to death, for real. And I've almost done that before. Like, ugh, hate salt water. But I feel like my body really wanted this and I didn't give it to it. So because of that, my experience in the third day yesterday was terrible. My energy levels were on fumes. I had to be running around all day. So that was the worst third day experience of a fast I've ever had. Typically, I always tell everyone this, if you can get through the first 48 hours, what follows is typically, I won't say it's easy because you're so used to eating, you part of you almost wants to eat whether you're hungry or not, but that dying hunger, that irritability, that stress, literal stress, like high cortisol of not eating, feeling like you're starving, goes away on the third day. So I think if I would have never went to the sauna and I would have just continued hydrating and doing like light walking and stuff like that, I would have been okay. But learned my lesson, because if you don't follow me on Instagram where I posted about it, I almost fainted. I told myself, we're gonna push ourselves, we're gonna stay in the sauna for 20 minutes. And when I walked out, the second I walked out, like the second my body felt cooler, like a room temperature air, my spirit went out of my body and I was just, everything went black. And there was luckily, I promise I'm not, I probably am. There was a wall in front of me. Luckily, I could reach out and touch it. I knew where the wall was, but I also knew I was about to go down. So gratefully, luckily, there were two women also in the sauna with me. And I kind of like reached out for the wall and like spun myself around really quick and sat down on the bench that was there. But I'm half blinking, like my vision is in and out. I'm looking straight ahead of me, and apparently one of the women were looking at me because the sauna was right there. And I felt like I tried to take like huge breaths as much as possible. And I tried to stand up and I sat right back down, and I just like pushed myself to the floor because there was nothing but tile in front of me. And I felt myself like back and forth. And if I would have went forward, that could have been so bad. So grateful. But the next thing I remember, I like opened my eyes. I was on the floor. Daddy. And the ladies had ran out the sauna and they were like, oh my God, are you okay? And the one was like, is she conscious? Did she pass out? Do we need to call some? No, don't call nobody. We ain't paying for an ambulance. I'm just kidding, but I didn't want to deal with all that. I'm like, listen, I think I'm gonna be okay. Like somebody run and get me like a candy or something. And I didn't tell them that because I was fasting, and I didn't tell anybody I was fasting for 48 hours in the sauna. But like I said, learned my lesson. Will never, ever do that again. Unless I eat a pretty good sized meal or I have something immediately to eat in that situation, because if I had something that would have, I don't know if it was low blood sugar or low blood pressure, it felt like a mean combo that laid me out. But anyway, the ladies helped me up, and there was like gratefully again, like a couch size, like plush bench on the other side of the locker room. And they like got me over to that and just like dropped me down. And the one sat there and was like asking me questions, making sure I was okay. And I was like, yeah, I'm good. And I let myself cool down. I laid there for like 45 minutes straight. Never gonna do that again. But yeah, it's 11:23. And I've been following or tracking progress, vlogging my 3-day fast on Instagram. I can't put it on YouTube. I mean, I could, it'll be like a video, like it'll look like a short, but it will upload as I don't know how it will upload. I'll have to try. Maybe, yeah, I'll upload them for you guys. But I can't upload them as shorts because they're too long. One of them's 10 minutes long. So I still have to edit and get together the video of day 3 yesterday. And yeah, but I am gonna go ahead and get on live on Instagram because the broadcast channel that I made on Instagram, I promised everyone I would break my fast on there. So I like you guys better. But you didn't hear that from me. Just saying. But yeah. And last thing I'm gonna say, now that I woke up and I feel like I got hydrated yesterday, I forced that water, baby. It was hard. that feeling that I was talking about that I typically get on the third day of fasting of never needing food again, it's kind of kicking in now. Besides me seeing the watermelon, smelling it, I have no hunger. I could really keep going. But I really want to get back in the gym. And I'm not gonna go to the gym fasted after that episode. And I'm not going to try to build muscle when I'm not putting anything in my body to build it, you know, or recover. So yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. Like I said, y'all my favorites. I find the most support here on my channel, even to this day. And I'm just now, I guess, you can't even say consistent yet because I pop in at different moments, but I'm really working on it. I have so much content in my phone that has to be edited for you guys to see. I literally have the past 3-4 years of footage of my life. If I could honestly sit down for a good month or two and get it together, I just might. This is a good time in my life to do it. But yeah, if you guys have any questions for me, I think we're a quiet bunch today. But if you guys have any questions for me, you can surely answer them. I mean, I can surely answer them before I go. Or I can get on live at another time. Just let me know. Oh, and while I speak, so I watched this movie the other night with my son. It had Angela Bassett in it. It was like a fantasy movie. What was it called? Damsel. So good. I'm not even like, I don't like fantasy and sci-fi and all of those genres of movies typically, because although it takes some people, like, it's dreamy for some people, Capricorn is just like, that's not real. That's not life. And then I'd feel out of the movie because I'm like, that's not real. That's not right. That could never happen. Anyway, again, just talking. But all right, since there's no questions, I appreciate you guys again. Lastly, I said lastly how many times? I'm going to juice my papaya and my pineapple and that's one juice. My watermelon is one juice. And then my last juice is ginger, celery, cucumber, parsley, cilantro, romaine, mint, and grapefruit. Yeah, that's the one. So I'm gonna be drinking my juice for the next 24. And then tomorrow I will start eating solid food. One, because I'm supposed to be going to brunch with a new friend. And I'm not sure how that's gonna work, because unless I'm just gonna get a salad. Because diving back into fasting, and I'll just keep talking, listen. Diving back into eating after you break your fast, if you've been doing it prolonged, and when I say prolonged, I look at that as anything longer than 48 hours, maybe 24 for certain people. But for me, at the 48-hour mark, I've never done it at that point, but I feel like if I did try to break my fast during that time frame, my body would need to have like liquids for a while to build back its gut flora, so that your body can start, because listen, this is what happens, right? Once you start fasting, I don't know the pinpoint time or hour. I think it might be 48. Maybe that's why I'm saying this. It's shorter than 72. But at whatever point you stop fasting, you tell your body, or you stop giving your body food, your body tells your mind, they're not eating. I can turn off the eater, right? If it was a machine, the eater, I can turn it off. I can unplug it because they don't need it right now. So let's think of it like a blender, right? So if you're blending this watermelon, right? This might not be the best analogy. I'm trying to think quick on my feet or in my seat. But if you freeze this watermelon and then you try to juice it, it's going to turn into, it could turn into juice, but it will more likely become a smoothie. It'll be hard, right? Whereas if you have it fresh, room temperature, and you juice it, it's going to juice right through, right? So if you unplug the juicer and then you try to freeze the watermelon and put it back in the juicer and the juicer's not plugged back in, it's not gonna go down. It's not gonna digest. Again, that wasn't the best analogy. Y'all can come up with your own, but I think you get the gist. Basically, your digestion turns off, essentially, right? It's always there if it's needed, right? But the more gentle that you fire it back up, as in like if your digestion was a machine and you had a bunch of different like knobs or those little flicky things like on a breaker that you have to turn on, and you turn them on slowly instead of flipping them all up at once, the machine is going to warm up better. The little fire that burns under it, not under a breaker, but fire that would burn to make the machinery work, it has a chance to like rev up and like get the machine going good. Same concept of, I'm just coming up with all type of shit. Same concept of ladies, don't turn on the car and just go. Let it warm up first, right? So same thing with your digestion. Give it nice gentle teas, right? That it has no problem digesting. I won't say don't ever, do what you want, right? But I learned quickly, the last time that I fasted was for 5, almost 6 days. And that day, because I was so used to what I was eating, I had went through a whole work week at work, fasted, felt great, felt fine. And then the day that I fasted, it didn't settle in my mind. Don't eat everything the first day. So I was like, broke my fast. The first thing I had was bone broth with lemon. A couple hours later, I had a spinach salad. A couple hours later, I had some soup. And it was a little too much too fast. Like there was solid pieces of food in there that were a little too much too fast. I think as long as I'm eating the softest pieces of the watermelon, it's just like mush. It'll be fine. Oh my God. That's a good watermelon. But yeah, I always talk like 10 minutes after I say I'm gonna leave. So per usual, I am grateful for you guys. And I'm working on a few different videos. I have a vlog that I'm trying to gather all the clips of as of right now. Unedited, the vlog is like 6 hours long. So baby, when I tell you editing is so important, you don't realize how long you're recording when you're trying to get the clips in of a vlog. And then when you compile it all together before you start editing, you're like, damn, I vlogged 6 hours of my life for real. That's crazy. But yeah, guys, I'm out. I'm headed to Instagram. If you do follow me on IG, feel free to come along with me as we hop over. Otherwise, I will work on trying to get my past 3-day water fast vlogs uploaded here. Hopefully they'll be like easy to view and it won't be like small video inside the long box, you know what I'm talking about? So yeah, hopefully not. Otherwise, bye you guys. I love you. That's so embarrassing when you say bye and you don't leave. Bye guys.